to talk about the return state. So sometimes we need to end soon the execution of our method. Okay, so the return statement allows us to instantly terminate a method in which it is called. So we learned when we were studying about the loops to use the break statement, to use the continue statement, and this return statement, it is similar to what we have there using the break and continue, but the break and continue, they are uh, related to the for loops or the switch statement, and the return keyword, it is related to methods. Okay, so when we use the return, when the execution reached there, so we are going to terminate the execution of that method. Okay, so for example, if return is called in the main method, then the main method will immediately end with the entire program. So since the main method, it is um, the main flow of our program, if we end the main method, then we also are ending our program. But if the return statement, it is used inside of other method, we are just terminating that method, not the main method. Okay, so let's take a look on this code right here. So we have an array. Uh, it receives the value, but if I equals 3, we are returning. Okay, so let's run that. And I'm going to create another class. So the returning, since the return, it is a keyword, it is a reserved word, we cannot name our file or our class as just return. Okay, so that's why returning. Okay, so right here we have an array A, and then we have 10 positions. Then we have an for loop, length, I plus, and then we have that A will be assigned with the value of I, and if I equals to 3, then we have the return, and then we have the toString array toString A. Okay, so what should we see here? I'm going to like decrease a little bit the size to 5, so it's going to be easier to see. But what should we see is starting with 0. So when the first time it reached this line right here, it should be 0, since it's going to assign 0, and it is a red, all filled with zeros. Then on the second position, 1. Then on the third, 2. And then we should see I on 3. So it's going to assign, but if I equals 3, then we are going to return, and since it is on the main method, we are going to end our program, and we are not going to see the update to the 3. Okay, let's run this. All right here. Okay, so as I expect, oops, my mistake. It should be 1 right here. So 0, 1, 1, 2. Okay, so just to clarify even more what we are doing right here, I'm going to, let me see right here. I'm going to extract this code to a method. So public static void. I'm going to call this uh, fill, not just fill, but fill and print. I'm going to move everything right here down, and then I need to receive the array. Okay, and I'm going to rename everything right here. Okay, that's it. And now I need to call that method. So fill and print, passing A. Okay, but just to evidence that for you, that we are not ending the program now since we have the return, I'm going to print the program is still running. Okay, so now we should see this line right here. And I will also print our array. And now we should see the 1, 2, 3. Okay, since it was updated right here and then returned. Okay, okay, that's it. So we have the program is still running, and then we have the array printed again, and now we have the value 3. Okay, so the return, it always will be always related to the method that it is uh, closest. Okay, not the entire program. So right here, when we say return, we are ending this method, and then we return to the main method, and we keep flowing over all our code. All right, so the return terminates the current method. So it terminates the current method, not the program, but the method. Okay, all right. So methods with a result or void when to use they. In Java, methods can have a value, and this is very good news. Methods are not only able to do something based on the input parameters, but also, for example, to evaluate something and return the result of the calculation. So here we have this syntax when we have the public static type and not anymore void. So where name is the name of the method and parameters, the list of method parameters, and type is the type of the result that the method returns. For methods that return nothing, there is a special placeholder type. It is void. So void, it is not actually a type. It is a keyword that means returning nothing. Okay. So when we are just uh, computing something, when we are just executing something, when we are not actually returning a value, but everything it is inside of the method. So we define the method as void, like the print line. It is void. If we just put our mouse over, we can see right here the method signature, so it is public void. Okay. Um, the toString it is actually not void. It returns a string. So it is a public static string to a string. So it converts the array that we pass as parameter, it converts to a single string. Okay, so let's create another class like algebra, and then we can create like um, 1 and 2 and just print sum. So now we have a method called sum that is supposed to receive two integers and calculate the summing of their of they of them and then return the result. Okay, so public that now it is int not void sum int a int b, and then we are going to return a plus b. Okay, so now we are calculating something and we need to return the result. So now it is sum and it return the result. I'm doing actually directly right here, but we could do like int result equals I plus a plus b, and then return the value of result. Okay, it is basically the same. We can compute right here and do the return the value or assign it to a variable and return the variable, okay? Because actually what is going to be returned, it is the value of the expression or the value of the variable. There is no problem. So right here we should see 3, which it is the result. Okay, so this is the simplest way. And now I'm going to do something a little different just to emphasize that what actually it is important, it is not the variables related right here, but the evaluation of the expression. So we can do like this, returning a plus b. And we also don't need to assign it to a variable. We can put like this directly as we did with the arrays to string, okay? So it is exactly the same. And which one to use is totally up to you, okay? It is the one you prefer, okay?